Hello everyone and welcome to game number 1 in a series between Rudan and Sonik. Over here on the bottom right hand side of the map we have, I believe this is Rudan spawning as Malamida as the teal night elf. Meanwhile over here on the top left we have Sonik spawning as the yellow night elf. This is night elf versus human 1v1 in this matchup as things are getting underway. I'm not quite sure if anyone else adjusted with my game sounds a little bit. I am turning up my microphones. They don't seem to be responding as much as I'd like to. Hopefully the game balance is a bit better as things are now getting underway. We can see Ancient of War coming in from Rudan down over here with very, very close proximity to this 3333 or 3322 creep camp. Meanwhile, you can see Sonik actually opening up with the Ancient of War close to the 411 creep camp next to these giant sea turtles and these sea turtle hatchlings. Now, who will come out a little bit better in this matchup? Going to be difficult to tell as we are looking most likely at a Demon Hunter versus Demon Hunter matchup. Moonwells getting completed. There is now that Altar of Elders as we are going to be finishing off these Ancient of Wars here in just a moment. Now, for those of you guys who are wondering or looking for more recent WarCraft 3 casts, I am looking for more recent games. Unfortunately, all the replay sites out there that actually are hosting tournaments, they haven't been updated for over a couple of weeks now, so after the Ting Invitational is over, I will be able to cast from those replays, but after that, it may be a little bit hard to try and find anything new. I am asking my friends at Back to WarCraft to see if they're able to hand me anything as well, but time is going to be a little bit difficult here as we are now looking at the Ancient of War absorbing that damage here. Should be eating a tree right about now. Not quite sure why he isn't eating a tree as he has taken a fair bit of damage. Meanwhile, back across over here, Rudan is eating some trees as well as you're going to see a solo wisp make its way over here in just a moment. There is that very, very important wisp right there, and that wisp is not going to be able to do very much. All right, Demon Hunter going to be picking up that Circlet of Nobility in just a moment. There it goes. Ancient of War still tanking a bit of damage here as this one Ancient of War is now trying to run away. All right, Demon Hunter currently sitting at, well, level 1. I'm not quite sure how much experience he was supposed to gain off of that. That actually seems a little bit lower than I would have expected. Clearing out the 411 creep camp, I thought you would have been at least halfway to level 2. I'll have to double check my numbers a little bit later as we are looking at the Demon Hunter now making his way back here to try and do a bit of defending. Hunter's Hall is coming into play. Tree of Life is still training up some more Wisp here as we should be looking at text to tier 2 in just a moment. Now, that Hunter's Hall is important for those Ancients of Lore, but we could also see some Huntresses, although Huntresses would surprise me at this stage. Solo Archer still wandering around here. Demon Hunter making its way off to the north. Text to tier 2 already underway. Tree of Ages and Tree of Ages being built nearly or upgraded nearly simultaneously. So we are going to be still getting this mirror match here in just a moment. Now, what is the long-term strategy of Rudan and Sonik? I am expecting to see Ancients of Lore with Dryads and Bears very, very strong. We can eventually also see either a Naga Sea Witch or a Keeper of the Grove. The shorter games generally favor the Naga Sea Witches, while the longer games generally favor the Keeper of the Grove as the Thorns aura and those Entangles start to really, really pick off units over time. The Naga Sea Witch, however, has a much more immediate impact as we see one Ancient of War getting taken down there. A bit of a misstep by Rudan as Rudan now loses one of his main production buildings. This is going to hurt him tremendously, but very strong placement on these buildings, making it very, very difficult for the Demon Hunter to try and get within range here. However, we do see some Huntresses now joining in on the fight there. Is this Huntress going to be able to run across anywhere? Are we teching the tier 2? Yes, we are, but there is a lone Huntress there as Moonwells are now being added. Huntresses trying to get in some damage onto some of those Wisps there. It looks like though a Wisp will get taken down. Demon Hunter going after a solo Archer, but the Archer does have the Moonwell backing her up there as we now see Wisp continuing the fight here. All right, a lone Wisp right there. Is it going to be able to detonate? No, it is not, and the Demon Hunter unable to finish off that very low hit point Huntress. There goes another shot there as more Huntresses are now running on along the inside here. This is going to be a potential problem. I'm not sure why this Archer is actually shooting down over here, but you can see back down across here, there is one lone Huntress who constantly shadow melds just in time. Demon Hunter now running back off to the north here. He is sitting at level 2. Meanwhile, this one shadow melded Huntress is going to be causing problems, as it is going to be able to take down some of these, some of these Wisp here in just a moment, limiting the amount of lumber that we're going to have once Rudan gets to tier 2. He's currently sitting at 252 lumber right now. More shadow melding underway, as the Tree of Ages is going to end up getting taken down, and all the Huntresses need to do now are just continue to attack the Wisp that are around this map. This is actually very, very difficult to finish off here, as we are now down to 5 Wisps. More Wisps need to be trained, as the Huntress is now looking to back off. Naga Sea Witch has been picked up by Rudan, as Rudan really wants to defend against a strong attack here. Huntresses are going to be running away, and I do not believe the Naga... Oh, no, the Naga Sea Witch could snipe in here and now start slowing down one of those Huntresses. One Huntress going to get taken down. The other Huntress is going to get shadow melded just in time, as we see the Demon Hunter here looking to perhaps buy a Dust of Appearance and clear this out. Back across here, you can see there is that Watcher Ward. There is a Lone Wisp there as well. Demon Hunter now making its way back to the other end of the map. And what is that long-term strategy, as we are looking into dual Ancients of Lore? Sonik had invested into a handful of Huntresses, something that you don't normally see all that often, and it really did end up dealing a fair amount of damage. It is now still seeing more and more Wisps being trained here. You can finally see one Ancient of Lore being added, but with the amount of gold invested into replacing those lost Wisps, we are going to see a definite tech advantage by Sonik. Sonik currently getting up that Ancient of Lore, Abolish Magic, does have a Dryad underway. There's an Ancient of Wonders, and we are currently sitting at Tree of Ages. No sign yet if we are going to be going to a Tree of Eternity and eventual bears. Over here at the other Goblin Merchant Shop, Rudan doing a good job finishing off this Ogre Magi. Going to be picking up a very powerful item, Claws of Attack +9, and also picking up that Watcher Ward. So shadow melding there will not be very helpful at all. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter going after more units. This is still rather problematic, as Rudan has taken a lot of damage across all of his units here. Gonna go ahead and scroll of Town Portal, head back home. Huntresses are now looking to pressure, as we see the Demon Hunter now in position. Are they gonna be able to use those Moonwells? Yes, they are. There is the Mana Burn exchange, as this Demon Hunter is a little bit worse for wear, now trying to run back out. Dryads, Slow Poison, gonna be able to finish off at least one Huntress here, as the units are going to be retreating back. The Keeper of the Grove is going to be ready to go, and if the Keeper of the Grove is able to get an entangle or two off, that would be absolutely tremendous. All right, let's turn around. Demon Hunter getting entangled there. Level 3 on Rudan's Demon Hunter. Sonik, it's only level 2. We may see a Mana Burn onto the Keeper of the Grove, from the Keeper of the Grove, and now a surround onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter is going to fall at level 3. No Staff of Preservation that I see anywhere. Oh my goodness. Mana Burn, and is it going to be enough? One final shot, down to 4 hit points, as the Demon Hunter falls at level 2. Big turn of events right there. Dryad now going to get poked down. We're going to see perhaps no more entanglement at all, as the Demon Hunter currently sitting at 22 hit points. The problem, though, is all the Moonwells were drained. Rudan thinking, hey, I'm going to head back home, drink some Moonwell juice. Little did he know he drained it to the last drop already, as the Demon Hunter, down to 3 hit points, buys a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability and a Scroll of Healing. The retreat is already underway. You can see Ancient of Lore Dryad's now trying to pop out. It is going to rush on out here, only to see a bit of a problem, as the Dryad almost... Oh, Potion of Invulnerability now coming into play. There goes one Dryad, level 2 on the Keeper of the Grove. There's the Mana Burn, as the units are now trying to run back away. All right, Demon Hunter down to 19 hit points, as the units will be retreating back once more. Ancient of Lores training up Dryads. Ancient of Wonders not yet done. We are still not even at high noon, so there is going to be quite some time before that Demon Hunter is able to heal back up. Meanwhile, back at the other end of the base, Tree of Eternity is now already done. Mastery training on the bears now being added in as well, as we do have Thorn's Aura. Sonik is a little bit behind here, but he has been managing or forcing Rudan to use those Moonwells rather heavily throughout this stage. You can see that Rudan still has very, very low hit points on that Demon Hunter, and that Potion of Invulnerability play was more of a last bit desperation than anything else. The Demon Hunter cannot venture forth very, very far. If he gets caught in transit anywhere, he will pretty much be lit up in a moment. All right, Moonwells now being added here. Meanwhile, back off to the north, Demon Hunter sitting at level 2. You can see that there are Druids of the Claw already at mastery training. And if they try and perhaps go after a 1 red creep camp, get the bonus gold and that bonus item, that may be enough to swing things in favor and take away the hero lead while maintaining that tech advantage and army size advantage. Demon Hunter now making its way over here to the top right. Gonna try and engage Keeper of the Grove. Gonna back things up. You see a quick rejuvenation onto that one Demon Hunter there. Druids of the Claw are currently, well, staying in Druid form. As you see a Mana Burn, Tome of Knowledge now dropped, Legion of Doomhorn, faster movement speed and better hit point regeneration, 10% or 50% increase in natural hit point regeneration, something that the Bears definitely need, as Night Elf units do not regenerate hit points during the day. All right, Demon Hunter does have an Orb of Venom. That is going to help him out as well. Meanwhile, we are only looking at Tree of Ages by Rudan, as Moonwell is starting to get full, and this is off of the artificial Nightfall from that Moonstone. All right, let's take a look at this over here. Demon Hunter, are they going to try and engage? You can see a little bit of damage. Mana Burn's going to come in. Both sides getting 100-point Mana Burns already. But the Vampiric Aura going to be the definite, or excuse me, the Thorns are going to be the definite problem there, as anytime the Demon Hunter is attacking, he's probably taking 4 to 5 damage himself in those engagements. Mana Burns are ready. There is, well, an Entangle. It is going to come off just a moment, as the Demon Hunter with that Legion of Doomhorn not going to catch up to that Demon Hunter here. All right, going to stop a Tree of Life from getting constructed. We are looking at a Demon Hunter of Rudan in a very, very precarious situation. Needs to get away, down to 43 hit points, down to 33. It gets taken down. No expansion, no hero, and Rudan gives the GG. Sonik taking game number 1 in the series despite the lower overall score. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.